Hello, I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. Welcome to Michelle Hope Walker Speaks. Sex trafficking, human trafficking. I was watching PBS, which I love my PBS. I love the informative stuff, type stuff. I love biographies. I like real stuff. People talking about their real lives. I don't always get caught up in a lot of, just storytelling stuff that's not real. I'm really more caught up into the real, and helping people, especially using the real to help people. So I'm watching PBS, right? And this great, awesome documentary. It's A Path Appears. A Path Appears. Now, I didn't catch the very beginning of it, and there's going to be some more episodes coming on. So it's going to be coming on every Monday. So it looks like it's going to be coming on every Monday, the 2nd, February 2nd, and February 9th. So you can go to pbs.org / A Path Appears. But oh my gosh, it talked about human sex trafficking, which it's all around us. Don't get me wrong, I've seen other things on it because I go to the church too, the Dream Center LA, Pastor Matthew Barnett, and Angelus Temple. You can also put in Google Angelus Temple or Dream Center LA. We got Dream Centers all over the world. So that's one of the churches that I'm frequent. I go to. I'm a member of. I got a member of two churches. I'm of Angelus Temple, Dream Center LA, and then also One Church International. So you just have to be led on what God leads you, to do. So those are my two key churches. I also frequent Oasis because I'm live very close to Oasis church here too, and all of these churches are in the LA area. But the Dream Center LA, Dream Centers are all over the world. I believe they have them all over the world. And the Dream Center deals with human sex trafficking, which we actually have the big guys that go out there and save these girls. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it can be dangerous. I know when I tell people help people, I know that it can be dangerous, because, just in watching this, I already knew some stuff, but even in watching this, how people pimp, how these guys are pimping these women. You know what I'm saying? One girl, she didn't even realize, now that she's older and looking back, that she had been, trafficked. She didn't even realize it, because, she said, the guy would be like, oh, we're gonna go to my friend's house, and you get with him, so just on the slide, type stuff, and this theory of, and I'm so glad they tackled in this documentary, this theory of that the women that's selling their body and prostitution and, all this sex stuff, that they signed up for it. This is what they want. No, that is not the case. It's not because I know a lot of times the defense lawyers for these pimps, or for these talking about it was a contractual deal, consensual sex. Well, no, not always. No, and then I don't know if it's so consensual if you are providing the roof over the head and the money and all the other things. This person feels like they have nowhere else to go. So it's not likely that they're consenting to the stuff you having them do, but it's where else am I going to go from here? And there's a lot of brainwashing going on. They talked a lot about, how the pimps and these people that traffic people, they brainwash them. And they look for people with low self-esteem. They look for people with low self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? So women, love yourself. Women loves it. Now, don't get me wrong, men, because I know the men, they've been human trafficked too, and that's going on. We pray for them, but this show particularly tend to focus a lot on the women. But women and men, just watch being brainwashed. Love yourself. That's the key thing. Love God, as I always say to you all. Love God, love yourself. And it'll keep me. But when you love God, you stay praying, you stay reading that Bible, you stay, with your spirituality. God, will give you discernment and wisdom on things. If you ever somewhere and something don't feel right, get out. If you around somebody and they telling you something, I don't care how good it looks, something don't sound right, get out. And this little theory of, oh, I'm going to do this and that for you. No, you don't have to do nothing. No, you going to do something. That's what they expecting you to do. And so we have to watch it. Because, we even have to watch this. People just play with it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just play. Well, if I take you out and do this, I'm going to want that. No. So again, it goes back to loving yourself and knowing who you are. So you're not easy prey. And it talked about some of the people, types of people that tend to be easy prey is low income. If you're low income, don't have no money, you don't have anybody in your family that's showing that they care about you or valuing you, so the first person that comes along and say, oh, I like you, you just fall to them and whatever they want you to do, you willing to just do it, to have them say them words, good words about you. And some people are in situations they feel, well, at least he loved me, beating you every day, dogging you out, dating everybody but you half the time. And they just be with somebody and they date other folks but you. It's like they feel it's a drag to come home to you. I'm like, boo, you ain't got to come home to me. Boo, bye. Type thing. But my thing is, we got to watch this, and the key thing is love your girls. And the key thing is that it's getting to our youth. And that's when it's really, when people get adults, okay, you grown, you do what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? We try to save the adults too, but especially these kids, and that's the challenge. There are a lot of kids under 18 in this, and a lot of these kids are 12 and 13, and they're finding them on the internet. So parents, watch this little internet here. Watch what your kids are watching. You know what I'm saying? Even as I look on my tweets, people be sending pictures of butts and selling women and all this other stuff. I'm like, ugh, women selling themselves, but I really, a lot of times, I believe it's a brain thing. It's the way we think. Somebody has been talking to that person and telling them or making them feel like, and then we have to watch the music, we have to watch the movies and all this, telling women, you got to look like this to get a man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. I just keep real. It was a time me and Close, we just did not get along. I was always stylish, always did my thing, and I had to tattoo my stomach, so I love showing it. And my thing was, it's not for the guys. I love my body, and so I don't mind showing my body off. This for me. I ain't trying to get nobody, but you know what I'm saying. That stuff has repercussions. Because although you strong and you feel like I'm Miss Diva and so I can do that, other people are looking at you sometimes in other ways. Now, is it right? No, it's not right. But they still are. And then you have to just, you have to watch because you're more than that. You're more than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wear a turtleneck dressed from your neck down to your feet. And if he's still interested in you then maybe go from there on what's what. You know what I'm saying? But this thing that we got to show everything to feel like we sexy, and we gotta watch that, because it's all falling prey into that trick of that male dominance type thing. That we have to do all this stuff to try to get the man. We got to do all, and then and that's where a lot of this human sex trafficking and all this stuff comes. It comes with that. But, and again, when you're grown, you do your thing. But it's spilling over into our kids. And that's the challenge, is that it's getting to our kids. Our girls are going online and they talking to people, and somebody say, meet me here. Next thing you know, your girl is gone. You ain't seen, it was one parent, she hadn't seen her child in 3 months. And a lot of times these kids, they think it's just an innocent thing. Oh, he likes me. Maybe daddy ain't there, and, mama busy, ain't paying attention to her. Oh, well, this person's paying attention to me, and they want me to meet him somewhere. And then the person steal them, and then start selling them. They were selling these young girls all over the United States and the world. You know what I'm saying? And some of them, they get me. Some of these pimps and these people who really thought they were helping the person. I put a roof over their head. I get their nails done. I really? But and these young kids are made to have sex with people, 20 to 30 people a day. That is crazy. That is crazy. One lady gave an example. Even if you're married and with one partner, you would feel overwhelmed of having sex 20 to 30 times a day, and that's even with one same person. So can you imagine different strangers in and out? Oh gosh, I can't even, but it's real. It's real. I'm meaning to get graphic, but it's real. And that's why we got to save these kids. We got to save them. We got to save them. We got to watch this music. I know it's one song, and I know I've lived in the A, so I know how it is. They got these songs talking about, they constantly coming out with these songs making girls feel better about stripping and taking their clothes off and turning all these other tricks. Now again, if you grown, you do you. You know what I'm saying? But the things that is spilling over into these kids, again, the kids are seeing this. Like, oh, okay, it's okay to strip. Okay, it's okay. They're not going to call me a hoe if I do this. And nothing against the strippers. Do your thing, because I know that's an industry that don't nobody want to mess. But see, that's a challenge. And that's again how it spills over into our kids, because adults are doing their thing and they don't want nobody messing with these different industries because it's money. But see, the thing they don't see is then that's spilling over into our kids, because then people start preying over into our kids ages 18 and under, and under 18, they start wanting to look like that, act like that. The men start coming after them. It's crazy. And so parents, watch your kids. Make sure you let your kid know you love them. Tell them every day you love them, value them, watch who they talk to. Just because a person's adult, like I always told my kids, I don't care if they're an adult, I still don't trust them. I don't know what that adult telling you. You know what I'm saying? And parents, let me tell you, quit pimping your kids with them clothes that y'all putting on them kids. Them are not shorts. Them are underwear. I don't care how much your kid trying to tell you it's to style. I've raised 4 kids. I know. I've worked with kids, been a teen director, taught school. I know. These kids, especially if you by yourself and you're not talking to other adults, these kids will get you and tell you this is the style and have you tricked out when you letting your kids walk around looking like a little pimpette, like they about to go work a pole instead of going to school. And so, again, watch this. And again, I know sometimes it's challenging, so I just pray. I know because sometimes our kids do so much chance, because a lot of these kids end up getting snatched up with kids being hard-headed. They don't want to listen to their parents. They wanted to run away, and they say that's another easy prey for the predators. Is they catch a kid is by themselves. Also, kids stay with people. Stay walking with people. Don't be by yourself. Don't be by yourself. They're looking for people that were by themselves. So someone get out on the street. They're trying to get off the street. They promise I give you food, a place to stay. But at the same time with that, then they're making you sleep with all kind of people. Then these people being abused and beaten. And I mean, in just years. And some of the women for a while, the grown women that were grown have been in this, and they just got used to it, and they enjoyed it for a while, but then it came to a point they were like, I'm tired, and they wanted to come out. But even sometime when they wanted to come out of it, the pimps and these different people that were trafficking them wasn't too quick to let them go, So we have to be able to be willing to help the people that want to get out. You know what I'm saying? And also a lot of it, the sexual abuse, and where some of the women were willing to buy into these things because they had been abused as a child as well. So parents, I don't care if I was told my kids, family, friends, preachers, police officer, I don't care. Because I remember being a young police officer, always trying to talk to me. Devil is a lie. So you don't trust nobody. You don't trust nobody with your kid. And you always let your kid know, let me know if something's going on. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be letting anybody stay over your house. And don't be letting your kids say, I thank God for Mom. She didn't let us stay in that old people's house all the time. No, and I'm glad of that. Because stuff happens at night, not even just at night. In the daytime, watch where your kid is at. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much that we can do, and there's so much on this topic. And this music industry, I see the kids, it's always broken my heart just working in the entertainment industry, where I see the girls, they come in, they just want to sing and they just want to dance and they're pure and whole. Then the next minute, the talent people and the people that work with them got their clothes off of them. Now they're showing all this and they're doing all that to sell music. You selling music or sex? I don't know. I think the goal is they trying to sell both of them. But, and again, when you grown, you grown. But my thing is these kids, what we putting out to these kids, we have to watch it. So please go and watch this. It's on pbs.org. A path appears, and have discussions about this. I mean, it's crazy. I think all of us may have been pimped at one time, didn't even realize it. Somebody told me, well, baby, go do this. Well, baby, go do that. And, I do a lot of the joke when I tell you about the concubines. So I'm starting to realize these concubines are people that's being human sex trafficking. And so we have to love on each other. We have to love on each other so people don't feel the need to have to be with someone that's abusing them and mistreating them. And then we have to have a place for them because they don't have any money. A lot of times they are dependent upon this pimp, upon this person who is convincing them that this is a business transaction and both of them are getting something out of it, so it's okay. And women, we got to stop this, and we want to floss and flex so much. We willing to sell everything on us just to floss in a Gucci purse and all that. I don't know. I mean, do you though? You grown. But I'm talking about for the kids. So this is your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. So let's help stop sex trafficking, especially among our kids 18 and under. And also quit arresting the women cops. Like I say, also arrest those Johns. Arrest the people who are buying these women, because they keep getting criminal records on the women, but then they're not getting these pimps and these people that are behind this. So I'm your girl, Michelle Hope Walker. You can call me 323-338-65 580. Tweet me, Hope_speaks. Google search me, Michelle Hope Walker Speech. Subscribe to my YouTube. God bless.